Hello everyone and welcome to 9-inch Charge. Today we're going to do another Warsvroll review and we're going to have a look at another Sylvaneth unit. We're going to have a look at the Revenant Seekers. Now the Revenant Seekers are my absolute favourite new unit added to the Sylvaneth. They're a really cool, quick support unit that have got a fantastic healing ability and also pack a real punch in combat. But just before we get into that and start having a look at them, if you enjoy Tree Revenants riding bugs, if you like Sylvaneth, if you like the Warsvroll review content, please drop this video a like. And if you're enjoying the content on the channel but you're not yet subscribed, please consider clicking that subscribe button. It is the duty of the Revenant Seekers to harvest the Lamentiri of those Sylvaneth who fall in battle, and return them to the soul pod groves of their clan. To this end, they travel upon swift dragon spites and wield sickles resonant with the energies of the harvest. Revenant Seekers have a move of 12, 5 wounds, bravery 7 and a save of 4+, and come with the keywords Order, Sylvaneth, Noble Spirits and Revenant Seekers, and they are 235 points for 3. This puts them 25 points higher than their counterpart, the Spike Rider Lancers, and also they are 2 points of movement slower. But I would say that I think they are worth the extra points, and we will see why when we come to attacks and abilities later on. The 2 points of movement, it may make a difference, but actually move 12 with fly is really good anyway. So I don't think it is too big of a disadvantage. 5 wounds each and a 4+ save is fantastic. You know, all our defense can make that a 3+, and then all of a sudden you've got a really tanky unit, because it can be difficult to chew through 5 wounds a model. As I said in the Spike Rider Lancers video, bravery 7 is just fine. It's okay. It's alright for the unit type they are. It's not amazing, but at least it's not terrible. One model in this unit can be a champion, a Revenant Soul Warden, and you add 1 to the attacks characteristic of that model's Seeker Sickle, and of course they can also issue commands to the unit. 1 in every 3 models in this unit can be a Seeker Banner Bearer. If this unit includes any Seeker Banner Bearers, models in the unit can move up to 6 inches when they make a pile-in move instead of 3, which is really cool. Just gives them a bit more movement, adds to their mobility, and I think 12 and then another pile-in on top of that, brilliant. And a Musician. 1 in 3 models in this unit can be a Seeker Hornblower. If this unit receives a rally command while it has any Seeker Hornblowers, when you roll the dice for slain models to return to this unit, you can return 1 slain model to this unit on a 5+ instead of only a 6. I think this is pretty cool. I do think that actually they have their own ways of doing this in the Warsvroll, so I don't know how useful it would be necessarily. But if you had a big unit of them, and I do know that there are people out there who are running these in 9s, then that becomes more significant. Okay, so let's have a look at the attacks. Now, the Dragon Spites have sharp mandibles. They have a range of 2 inches, 3 attacks, 4s to hit, 3s to wound, rend 1, damage 1 for a potential 3 damage each. It's nice that they have a point of rend. They only hit on a 4+, but all out attack can help with that. I think they're absolutely fine. They're not as good as the riders on the back, if we're honest, but we are just using them really for their fly ability and for their great move. So let's have a look at the Revenant Seeker's Sickle. Now this has a range of 2 inches. It again has 3 attacks, also hits on 4s and wounds on 3s, but it has rend 2 and it has a damage characteristic of 2 as well. So they are potentially 6 damage each. Now what's really interesting about this is that the Spike Rider Lancers, their lances only are damage 1. So actually the Seeker Sickle has more potential damage output per model than the supposedly elite cavalry. And here I've produced a graph that shows how much damage the Seeker Sickle does compared to the Spike Rider Lance, and you will see that the Sickle actually wins every time. So the damage output that these do is greater than the so-called elite cavalry. So although they don't get always strike first, they are more deadly in combat. I don't really understand how this has come to be. I think that the Warsvrolls probably need a little bit of rebalancing, and maybe that will come in future editions or future FAQs. But in the meantime, this unit deals more damage than their counterpart, and they have a much cooler ability that we will now move on to. So the first ability is Harvesters of the Lamentiri. The Lamentiri collected by the Revenant Seekers are potent stores of life energy that can be harnessed in desperate situations to heal and empower fellow Sylvaneth. Once per turn at the end of your movement phase, pick one friendly Sylvaneth unit with a wounds characteristic of 5 or less, wholly within 12 inches of this unit, and roll a dice. On a 2+, you can return one slain model to that unit. You cannot pick the same unit to benefit from this ability more than once per turn. And there are some really good choices for this in the Sylvaneth army. First and foremost, let us not forget that all units are within range of themselves for abilities, so they can restore one unit to their model on a 2+ at the end of every movement phase. And also the other unit that I think would be really great for this is the Spike Rider Lancers, that they could do that too as well, and also all variants of your Kurnoth Hunters. Being able to bring these back is brilliant because actually 5 wounds is quite a lot for your opponent to chew through, and once they've killed one, you can feel like you've gotten over the line a bit. I mean, I run models in my army that have got multiple wounds, and you know, losing one or your opponent killing one, it's like, right, I'm over the line now there, and you keep chipping away, and then you lose another one, you think, oh good, that's another kind of hurdle done. And these guys just sweep in on a 2+, all that work is undone. Absolutely fantastic ability. And I think an ability that makes these an auto-include in your army, at least one unit. The next ability is one that they share with the Spike Rider Lancers, and that is Thumming with Life. Ancient creatures who endure the death of a world, dragon sprites possess a deep connection with the energies of life and are almost impossible to slay. At the end of each phase, if any enemy models were slain by an attack made by this unit, you can heal all wounds allocated to this unit. Well, that just makes them so tough and steadfast. You know, they're not going anywhere. Like I said, there's 5 wounds to try and chip off. If your opponent does 4, as long as they've killed something, it's like your opponent's done none. If they do 9 wounds, it's like they've only done 4. I think this is fantastic, and I really like seeing these healing abilities on Sylvaneth units. It just makes them feel like, well, like it says, like they're thrumming with life. So I think this is really cool. I love this new Sylvaneth. Everything regrowing, everything coming back. You think you've killed them, but they're healing up. They're really fast. They're really mobile. And this unit, I think, is a real keystone for that. It really adds that feel of play. So I think it's a fantastic Warscroll. I really recommend that you take them in any Sylvaneth army. And the models are just really cool as well. Thank you very much for watching. Please be sure to leave a comment and let me know what you think. I do read every single comment. If you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like. And if you'd like to see more content like this in the future, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you'd like to take the conversation even further, you can join the 9 Inch Charge Hobby Hangout group on Facebook. This is a place for us to come together as a community and encourage each other and chat about our hobby, and feel free to share your models, thoughts, ideas, or ask any questions that you may have. There's a link in the description below. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can find a link in the description to our Patreon page, or you could become a YouTube member. And you can also support the channel by using the affiliate link we have to Element Games. They have a really extensive hobby range. I'm sure you can find anything that you're looking for on there. And they also sell it at a discount to Games Workshop. And if you use the affiliate link, we get a small amount of commission back that we can use to put back into the channel. As ever, this has been 9 Inch Charge. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.